Hi guys, I thought I'd do another pick a card today. So this is information about your person. How do they see you? Blockages, messages to you. So this is pile 1, blue lace agate. Pile 2, amethyst. Pile 3, green kyanite. So again, 1, 2, and 3. Whichever one you're drawn to. Focus in on your person, and we will go ahead and get started. Okay, if you chose pile 1, you selected the blue lace agate, and this is talks about speaking your truth. This is for throat chakra, so maybe some of you have feel like there's no communication, or there needs to be better communication, or maybe you're holding back some feelings, or they are. So interesting to select the blue lace agate. So how's this person seeing you? I'm going to pull some cards. Okay, I've already pre-shuffled. So 13, goddess of balance, equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So they see you as somebody who is very giving, very loving, gives as good as they get. And I feel a very positive energy around this as well. You're very balanced. Also, too, I feel like for those of you that selected this, you accept people in all walks of life, okay? There's no prejudice, I guess, is a good term. Also, too, I feel that they find you incredibly sexy. I feel like they like your legs. And maybe you take a lot of care in shaving, waxing your legs. Maybe they've even mentioned something about how smooth your legs are. Long legs. Something about your legs makes them a little bit crazy. And gold. Maybe some of you wear a lot of gold. Gold jewelry. Maybe you've recently dyed your hair blonde or put in some highlights. But they find that incredibly sexy. Okay, so let's get how else that they are seeing you. How else do they see you? How else do they see you? Door to spirit. So you may be a very spiritual person. There may be something here about dreams. You may come to them in dreams. You may dream about them a lot, but they see you as someone very spiritual, very peaceful, somebody who believes in the good of all things, that we're all connected. They really like that. You're a very patient person, and I feel like there's a lot of people, if you pick pile 1, that are around them that are impatient, but you kind of help bring them down. There's a calmness around you. Again, it ties in with the balance, right? You're very patient. You don't rush things. The thinking woman, you're very intellectual. They like the way that you process information. You guys may have really great conversations too. So they love that about you. You also too could be in school. You may have multiple degrees. You may be taking some classes or courses. Enjoy reading books. Also, butterflies could be significant to you, pile 1. You guys may share similar interests in books, but they love that about you. Financial constraints. So you could be somebody who budgets their money well, somebody who, no matter what, you can pull blood from a turnip, basically. You always have a way of making things work, even if you don't have a lot. They find that amazing. Oh, and you hold their heart. Look at that, man holding a heart. You hold their heart. They love you. Pile 1. If they haven't said it, they feel it. You are the only one that holds their heart. and you hold it beautifully and gently. Okay, so that's amazing. Let's get, see how this person, what they feel on their heart for you. What they feel in their heart for you. You are their soulmate. And I'm hearing there's no decision, meaning decisions made, like there's no other option, there's no other choice. You are the one. Pure, deep soul connection here. Also, too, you could be a Gemini, or they could, or have it in their chart. But you are the one for them. Maybe you guys like to dance. They feel very fair, that you're very fair, but they feel that this is a connection that will stand the test of time. Again, it's balanced, right? Look at that. This is the scales of justice. That this is karmic. It's fated. There's truth and clarity. There's integrity in this relationship and their heart for you. So they have the purest of intentions. They want to offer you something. Maybe it's not a big thing, but they want to give it to you. And this, they could have children with someone else, so they could be a single parent. There could be a significance to rabbits or Easter as well. That's coming up. Also, too, I feel like they love your generosity. You always give. There's something about gifts. You're so thoughtful with your gift giving. Even if it isn't extravagant, I feel like this person prefers that things aren't very extravagant. But there's something about your thoughtfulness, giving of time. Again, it kind of ties into the patience. But they have something that they want to offer you. Something sweet. Yeah, and they want to continue moving forward. They're determined to make the connection work in whatever capacity they can, and they want to do it right. They want it to be balanced. They don't want to shortchange you. They do not want to cut corners. They want to do it right, even if it takes a while. And maybe that's why they love your patience, right? Because you're patient with them. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Again, it comes with balance, healing, patience. So they have a lot of love in their heart for you. You make them feel balanced. You help heal them. You bring in an understanding of head over heart, right? So much energy here about balance, energy, scales, head, heart, intelligence, thinking. So a real yin-yang kind of energy. It's really beautiful. And there could be something about the colors red and blue. Somebody may have a red car. Somebody may have a blue car. Also, too, somebody may work with chemicals. I don't know what's coming through. I'm also hearing window washer. It's weird. Also, too, some of you may be into Gothic type images, or just Gothic interior design, decorating, fashion. There's something about Gothic. Not archaeology. Buildings, Gothic, like statuaries, gargoyles, things like that. There may be a fascination with history and old things, castles, Gothic type stuff, okay? You guys may have a connection back in those times. Knight of Wands, yeah, you make them feel incredibly passionate. You make them want to come in. I feel like it's hard for them to not just say F it and come riding in on that stallion and give you their wand. If you guys have been intimate together, it really, you really float their boat. They enjoy intimacy with you. It's very passionate. It's very sexy. It may not be like You know, some people have like lots of toys and gimmicks and all that stuff. They like it just raw with you, just naked, face to face, breathing each other's air, sweaty. They like that. And the Four of Swords. So you really bring them a sense of peace and healing. There is a contentment here that they feel with you that they can't find anywhere else. They know that if they, and also too, I'm getting that if they need space, you allow it. And they value that above all the rest, I'm hearing. I feel like they may have a lot of people always constantly grabbing at them, and you just give them peace and allow them to come in. That's amazing, and that takes a lot of strength and shows that you're a very healed person in that regard. So I love that. Got it going on, Padawan. And they love your fiery verbal sparring. I feel that you aren't afraid to speak up. Maybe you guys kind of go back and forth, you know, that, you know, tit for tat, but not mean, right? Like maybe you guys call each other rude names, but it's funny to the two of you. You got no problem standing up to anybody else. You're not afraid to defend what's yours. But I don't feel that that's any kind of catty or crappy type of stuff. It's just your attitude. Like you can spark up real quick. And they, I feel like they too, they're willing to fight off any other competition. They do not want anybody else around you, so they could have a little bit of a jealous streak in their heart for you. Like they don't want anyone else near you. They could be a fire sign. And they want some new beginnings with you. I feel like maybe they want to travel with you, so maybe some vacation coming up here in the near future. But they just kind of want to, you know, strip away all of the masks and just be bare and vulnerable with you. Maybe you make them feel that way. Maybe you guys have had some conversations about that, and they feel kind of vulnerable, like they can't hide behind a mask with you. Some of you, they could have a dog. You could have a dog. And you guys might like to play cards, could play poker. They could be a poker player. Yeah, so that's awesome. Let's look at some of their blockages, shall we? Some of their blockages. What are some of their blockages, some of their demons that they deal with that you don't know about, okay? Summon. So maybe some of them have actually sought out tarot readers, or, you know, maybe some of them have taken part in witchcraft and they're afraid to tell you. Maybe there's someone around them who has tried that. Maybe they've tried to, you know, pray you in. I feel like there's a couple of secrets here that you would probably be surprised, maybe not surprised, because you're a spiritual person and they like that about you. So maybe they've kind of dabbled in that a little bit. But I also too feel like this is something that they feel like, because if this is a blockage, this is something like they feel like they can't make it happen, right? Like no matter what they do. So a little bit of a defeatist attitude possibly. Movement. So they could be on the move a lot. Maybe they live at a distance from you. Also too, they could feel kind of stuck in a situation, right? They could feel like no matter how much they do, it kind of ties back into the summoning thing, that they can't get free of a situation. Or maybe they're always on the run too, right? So they're just going, and there's not a lot of time for them to spend. Which is why maybe you're so appealing with the healing, you know, your calm and hope. So they feel like there's a hopelessness. They may be in a real kind of dark space and you are like the moon, right? And they're really trying to find their way out of a situation, I feel. There's they may suffer from depression a little bit. Maybe you know that, maybe you don't. But I feel like there's some darkness there that kind of pulls them under a little bit. Be right there. Let's get one more. Just with your person. The fledgling. So yeah, they may have kids that they have to, some obligations and responsibilities that they have to deal with. And that may kind of put some constraints on the situation or relationship. That's the only thing I feel in there. Like they may have some young kids. Now let's get some messages from your person. What do they want to tell you? What do they want to tell you? Pile 1. I have so many regrets. So there may have been some things, words said, things done in the past, regrets. I feel like they regret not meeting you sooner. That's coming through. I love the shape of you, all of you, every part of you. So if you're a bigger girl or guy, maybe you have a feeling of, you know, gosh, I could be in better shape, or maybe you don't feel that sexy. They love all of you. Okay, don't. Hello, Knight of Wands, right? They like all of you. I'm hearing thighs. They like your legs, your upper legs. Your energy is contagious. You shine like the sun. Right, so this ties into that whole gold thing, your energy, your balance, your calm, you're passionate, you're like the yin and yang, you're the dark and the light. There's a perfect balance, and they love your energy. Also, too, there's a very kind energy to you. It feels very peaceful, loving. I feel like you laugh a lot. And this could be a twin flame connection. You are my twin flame. So pile 1, if you selected this, it would make sense. There's some healing going on here. You guys may trigger each other. You're brought into each other's lives for a purpose. Just because I'm silent doesn't mean I'm leaving you. I just need me time. So maybe there isn't a lot of communication going on right now. Maybe that's why you're looking at this video. Want to know what they're doing. So they aren't ignoring you. Okay, they just, again, you give them the space that they need, and they love that. Okay, continue doing that. All right, because that makes you stand out from the rest, and that's just, it's just a good thing to do, right? Everybody needs some space. And if this person deals with depression, or they're feeling kind of stuck, sometimes maybe they need to get out and figure things out. I am thinking of you right now, wondering if you're thinking of me. So yeah, they're thinking about you all the time. You're in their thoughts, just like they are in yours. Last thing you think about when you go to sleep, first thing you think about when you wake up, and off and on throughout the day. I love your ability to rise up no matter how many times you fall. Yeah, see, remember that financial constraints card? They really admire your strength, your ability to always see the good in things, even when the chips are down. You're always there. You're always helping others. Like you give the shirt off your back to someone. Like if you have $5 left in your bank account, you'll overdraw it to make sure that somebody gets what they need, right? You're a beautiful person, and I love that. I replay every intimate moment we have spent together. Yeah, see? They love that raw. And there's something about your waist, like running their hand from your rib cage down to your waist and over your hip. There's something about that they really love. And they love your pooch on your belly. There's something about your belly down low, your abdomen. They love that. It's soft. So if you've been worrying about getting a six-pack, don't, because they love that you're soft. Feels good to them. Stop comparing yourself to others. I love you just as you are. See? So if you're comparing yourself, like, God, I need to get to the gym. I got to do this. My pants aren't fitting right. I got to have the hot girl summer, whatever. They love you just how you are. Just be you. You know, yeah, be healthy, of course, but don't stress it. Don't sweat it. They love you. I feel like they would be disappointed if you actually, it's going to sound silly, but if you lost weight, They like you how you are. You're perfect to them, okay? So bottom of the deck, I feel it when you pleasure yourself. Please don't stop. So if you have a lot of fantasies about them, if you're getting a little, you know, little you time, they feel that and they love that. Especially if you're a twin flame, you know, this twin flame connection here, for those of you who resonate with that, absolutely they can feel that, just like you can feel that with them, right? You may have sensual images that pop into your head out of nowhere. It's them thinking of you, and vice versa. So there you are, pile 1. Okay, pile 2. If you picked pile 2, this is the amethyst. This is just a overall good crystal to have. Talks about healing, calm, peace, like lavender, right? And it's crown chakra as well. So maybe there's some divine information that's coming in for you in this connection. So let's see, how does this person see you? Okay. Electra, the amber star. Let go. I surrender and allow myself to grieve. Card number 17. So they see you as someone who is not afraid to show emotions, who is not afraid to let go of a situation. And maybe there's some healing that you're dealing with. Some of you may have had back surgery. I don't know if that's coming through. Or you may have a situation with your back that may be painful. A sciatic nerve, possibly. There also, too, could be, they may see you as somebody who has things in control. So the opposite side of this, and I'm getting this for some of you don't like to show your emotions. You're afraid of letting people in, so you could be very stoic. Someone who I'm seeing lists, like maybe somebody who makes lists, but you get it done, right? You get things done. But also, too, I feel like you're very stubborn. This person may see you as someone very stubborn, which is interesting with the amethyst card, or the amethyst, right? That's all about healing and calm. So maybe you're a little tense. And maybe you're dealing with some grief. Maybe you've lost a loved one recently, or maybe you have lost a few people in your life. And you're doing some healing from that, okay? Now let's see what they like about you, okay? What do they like about you, pile number 2? I reshuffled these cards, so pile 2, what do they like about you? Oh, wow. See? Broken heart. This is, I get 2 messages off of this. A, you've helped heal their broken heart. B, you've had your heart broken so many times, but yet you still stand strong. You still push through, no matter how many times you've been hurt, no matter how many times you've grieved. There's a toughness about you, but you haven't lost your ability to love. And I think that the 2 of you have been through similar situations. Okay, and these 2. Oh, look at this. Angel of love. I feel like you have showed them what love truly is. I feel like they may have had their heart broken a gazillion times. Maybe not a gazillion times, but they've had their heart broken. I feel like nobody's ever seen them for who they are. And they love the fact that you hold their heart. I'm hearing you're gentle with their heart. They can trust you with their heart. There's a sweetness and an innocence about you, even though you've been through so much hell. And they love that about you. And healer of the ages. So you could be a spiritual person. You could work with your hands. I'm hearing masseuse, or you could be a light worker. You could work with chakras and balancing people out. But I also, too, feel like they love that you're an intuitive person, and that you are a healer. You heal people. Whether it's your job that you do, there's something about that they really love. And there's something about your energy too that helps heal them as well. I feel there's something about your hands. They love your hands. Maybe you know, give them massages. Maybe you're helping them heal in some way. Maybe there's, you know, maybe they have some wounds, physical wounds, you know. There could be a disability, I'm hearing for some. They're showing me somebody in a wheelchair, so maybe some of them are in a wheelchair. They're wheelchair bound, and you do, wow, I'm hearing pediatric physical therapy, so maybe you work with, I'm hearing veterans, so maybe you work with veterans. Action. They love that you are always ready to take action. I feel like you always have a plan that kind of goes with this first card here. That list maker, that person that gets things done. But it's like a quiet strength, okay? You're not like scattered and all over the board. You know what you got to do, and you do it. And they love that about you. You're not afraid to take action when it calls for it. Please. Hostilities. I feel like this, to me, and this is weird, I can pull cards all day long, the same card over and over, and get a different energy each time. For this one, you calm hostilities. I don't know if you are a mediator or something. I feel like maybe you calm them down. So they could have a real hot temper, which could be why they've suffered from broken hearts so much. Like, I'm thinking Beauty and the Beast. That's just coming to my mind. But there's something about you that calms them down. I feel like you see all sides. You understand why people are angry or upset, and you help them see that. There's something about you calming them down, walking away. You don't argue. I'm hearing you litigate. You litigate. So I don't know. Maybe you work in the field of the law somehow. I'm also hearing frugal, so maybe you're a bit frugal. Maybe they like that too, but there's just definitely something here about walking away from BS. You don't put up with BS, but you do it in a respectful manner. A slap down. I just heard the word slap down, so maybe. Look, at the bottom of the deck is yin yang. So they feel like you are the other side of them. So again, Beauty and the Beast, right? Softness, hardness, emotional, non-emotional. So there's a real balance here between the two of you, and they love that about you. And you could have a dark side and a light side, right? You could be, again, somebody who is so incredibly controlled, doesn't want to show their emotions, but yet has this beautiful softness about them as well, right? And isn't afraid to help others with their feelings, emotions, and healing. So that's really awesome. So that's what they love about you. Now, what's in their heart? What is in their heart for you? Pile 2, what is in their heart for you? What is in their heart for you? Wow, this showed itself once before. So the 3 of Wands, you're worth waiting for. They feel like you are the ship that they've been waiting for to come in with all of the riches and golds, and you're worth all of the planning, all the hard work that they've ever had to put in, and they can't wait for this ship to land. Too many. Knight of Cups. They have a lot of love and feelings in their heart for you. I don't feel like they've maybe spoken this to you. Maybe they have once. But they've got a lot of love in their heart for you. They want to offer that. They want to say, hey, here you go. Here's what I'm feeling. This is how you make me feel. That's beautiful. From their heart. Five of Swords. So there could be some back and forth in their mind. Also, too, this is, you know, wanting to win at all costs, no matter what. There could be some jealousy there. Maybe they see you talking to other people and they don't like it, which could cause some friction. So there could be some conflict around them in regards to you. But I feel like they just kind of, again, slap down. So maybe they, you know, tell people to F off because they love you, right? You're worth waiting for to them. And I'm also, interestingly enough, maybe they've used some harsh words with you in the past, and there's some regret surrounding that because they do have a lot of love in their heart for you. So I'm hearing don't take it personal. The Two of Swords. So it is hard for them to make a decision. I feel like maybe there's something here that is kind of, and we'll look at their blockages here too, but they're afraid to make a decision. I feel like they're afraid to open themselves up. Again, you know, it kind of ties back to that broken heart, that you hold their heart so gently, but they've been hurt so many times that they're kind of afraid to look at it and see it for what it is, even though they've got all this feeling and emotion there. They're just afraid to finally admit it to themselves, which would make sense with this Five of Swords as well. But they do want to start something new with you. They do want to take off that mask. They do want to show you their real selves, scars and all. That's interesting because, I mean, look, do you see this Joker? Okay, well, Joker. Could have something to do with the Joker. Maybe there's a Joker tattoo. Or maybe they're a real Joker. They joke around a lot to kind of hide their hurt and their pain. But look at his face. He looks still beat up, worn down, hurt, and which goes back to, you know, some of the things they admire about you and how they see you as someone who's strong and controlled and taking care of their life and not afraid to show emotions even though they've been hurt so many times. So I feel like they want to be like that with you. They want to show you, hey, I'm scarred and bruised and battered. Please be gentle with me. I want to take my mask off, but I'm a little bit scared. You know, here's my heart. I'm going to take a chance, right? Yeah, the Moon card could be a Cancer or water sign that you're dealing with. So they've got a lot of hidden deep emotions rolling around inside of them. And I feel like they don't really know how to articulate that to you. But it's there. Still waters run deep, right? They could be a Pisces. Also, too, they could enjoy being around the water. You guys could have spent some time at the beach, the ocean. There's something about the full moon also. So you may be incredibly intuitive. You may already know this person loves you or get a sense of it, which is why, but there's like some secrets maybe that need to be revealed yet, and you just intuitively know. 2, 3. But there's a lot of love here. I feel like they fight a lot of back and forth inside themselves between, they may have some dark thoughts, I'm getting. They may be a little wild. They might be afraid to settle down. Yeah. They're afraid of being hurt really badly. They've been hurt. This person's been hurt pretty bad in the past. I'm also getting with this, though, is that they know you won't stab them in the back. I don't ever get this off this card. But that with you, the pain is done. There's no pain with you like there has been with others in the past. There's a bright new horizon, right? You see these clouds back here. But there is a fear, okay? There is a fear there. So continue loving them gently. This person also, too, may be addicted to pain. They may enjoy pain. So, you know, no judgment there. That might be something that you guys are into. Knight of Swords. So they're very intellectual when it comes to you. They're somebody who tells it like it is. They know what's in their heart. What's in their heart is in their heart. And I feel like nobody can tell them what to think or what to feel. They're very wise. I feel like they're an old soul. Obviously, they've been through a lot. But also, too, they're a little cold at times, I feel like. And you've, like, melted their heart. They're showing me an ice cube melting. So they may come off as kind of cold. Again, that ties in with that still waters run deep. Which is interesting because it matches the, you know, that first card there, too, that we got, how they see you. But, Four of Wands. You are the one that makes them see the potential of settling down, the potential of having a family, creating that balanced life, that happiness, happy home. And maybe you guys already are. You know, maybe you guys are married. Maybe you've gone through some rough patches. Maybe, you know, they've hidden a lot of things from you, but you keep them balanced. You help them see the beauty in the world, the growth, the joy. Something about singing. Maybe some of you sing karaoke or something. But they want to commit to you. And this is the, you know, traditional 1111 card, you know, the twin flame soulmate type thing. So they feel that there's, you're the one, basically, for them. You bring light into their life. They can see creating a family with you. But they're kind of stuck. They have some fears. They definitely have some mental fears. You know, this is, you know, what's in their heart, right? They feel kind of trapped by some emotions. They feel kind of trapped in past hurts. I'm hearing letting go. But you're helping them see the truth of the situation, that they aren't actually stuck, that they can get away. And that's priceless. And bottom of the deck, strength. You give them strength. You help them. Again, right? The Beauty and the Beast, right? That's literally kind of what this card is. You know, you calm their inner beast. You calm the demons that live within them. I mean, these cards definitely, this is somebody who's been through a lot, who has a lot of hurt, but you're healing their heart. And you've been through a lot of hurt as well. Again, you guys feel very similar in energy. It's just that you haven't become jaded like they may be jaded, right? And there's, again, something about hands here, healing them. Maybe there's been a brain injury. I don't know why that's come up all of a sudden. And there's something about you, and, you know, you can play with their hair that calms them down, helps them sleep, if somebody's dealing with nightmares. But you give them the strength that they need to push through, which is awesome. So let's look at blockages. What is blocking this person? What are some of the things that they deal with that maybe they're afraid to talk about? Complicated. So they may have some situations in their life that are just really kind of complicated. They may be in another connection. They could be in the middle of, you know, separating themselves from other people. There could be some toxic family members around them, I'm feeling. So it just feels like it's something that they're really kind of entangled in something, and it's hard for them. Which, I mean, makes sense, right? You have the 8 of Swords here, the 5 of Swords. So some things that is making them feel kind of trapped and stuck in a situation mentally. Wishing. Yeah. So maybe this person spends a lot of time just wishing for stuff, right? Wishing for things to happen, but not really taking action. I feel like, too, that they, again, as in with pile 1, they feel like no amount of wishing is going to make things happen. Like, good things don't happen to them. So they could have also a bit of a defeatist attitude. Understanding. They're struggling with understanding a situation right now, and they're asking for understanding. There could be someone around them that does not have any understanding of the situation, and that's why they're kind of, this complicated comes up. But they're struggling to seeing the bigger picture of a situation, why things are happening in the way that they're happening. And they also, too, could be incredibly stubborn and don't often see the other side of another person's argument. Yeah, and then reminder. See, so they're working on past lessons, all right? There's some past lessons that, that's what this card's all about. It says, don't forget. Don't forget what you learned before. Don't forget the crap you've been through before. Don't do the same mistakes. So there could be a pattern of behavior with this person, whether thought patterns or habits. There could be a little bit of toxicity surrounding this person. They could, gravitate towards toxic people. But there's a penchant for them to kind of fall back into previous situations that have created messes before, which makes sense with the other ones. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck is trapped. So they're feeling incredibly trapped in a situation, whether it's their own mind, okay, fear of taking action. They've got the indecision card here. But, I feel like your patience, your loving, your kindness is really kind of helping them break out of that. Continue to do that, okay? We'll get some messages from them to you directly, but they are feeling trapped right now, and you may already know this, okay? So let's get some messages from your person to you. Okay. Messages from your person to you. Focus on yourself. I will find you when it's time. So, yeah, this is a healing. Pile 2, if you, there's some healing going on here. I feel like maybe there's been some sort of separation, or maybe you guys don't just get to see each other often because, again, there's a situation that's keeping them from you, even though they have so much love in their heart for you, deep emotions and feelings. Focus on yourself. They want you to focus on yourself because they've got to fix themselves too, okay? They're going to find you. They're not going anywhere. So maybe you've been holding on a little too tight. Maybe you've been hyper-focused on them. Allow them to come to you. We have lived and loved in lives before. So there's past life connection here, of course, which could be, this don't forget, right? The lessons before. So if you guys are dealing with karma, I love your ability to rise up no matter how many times you fall. This was in pile 1 as well. So there's a resilience to you, right? Just like in that first card, there's something about you that's incredibly resilient. They love that about you. And the fact that you don't let life beat you down. You have control. Please forgive me. So there's something here that they feel that maybe you won't ever forgive them for. A situation that may be going through right now that maybe they feel that it's just unforgivable. I feel like there's almost this person may be kind of prone to being a martyr. That makes sense. I talk to my friends about you. I feel like they go to people for advice about you. I feel like you guys might have a couple mutual friends. Stop comparing yourself to others. I love you just as you are. So maybe you're afraid of, how you look, or maybe you have some jealousy towards another person around them. They love you just as you are. Okay, don't worry about that. They definitely love you as you are. So if you've ever questioned that, you can put that to rest. I feel it when you pleasure yourself. Please don't stop. Some of these same cards are coming up from pile 1. So yeah, that pretty much speaks for itself. They like when you do that. Say their name. They enjoy that. Maybe you guys do that together. I long to be vulnerable with you, but I don't know how to start. Yeah. This is that Fool card there, that taking the mask off, kind of afraid to show you all of their wounds, their darkness. They don't really know how to start that conversation, but they want to be. Your sense of humor drives me wild. So you guys, again, you know, it could be a lot of laughter between the two of you. I feel like you could have a very sharp sense of humor, like sarcasm, you know, that they find incredibly attractive. Maybe a dark sense of humor, but they love it. Remember I was saying that maybe the two of you, you know, kind of spend some alone time together. Well, bottom of the deck, when I touch myself, it's your name I call out. So clearly you guys are feeling each other on that level. And the both of you are longing for one another. And again, maybe this is a mutual thing. Maybe you guys do it over Skype or something. I don't know. Listen, they like it. Okay. So there you are, pile 2. I hope that helped. Okay, pile 3. If you chose pile 3, this is a green kyanite. Green heart chakra. Kyanite is spiritual, gets you connected to the spirit. Blue kyanite is really amazing for that. But look up green kyanite. There could be some heart chakra situation, needing to heal that, maybe afraid to love, addicted to love, could be other thing. So look up green kyanite. So let's look and see, how does your person see you, okay? Electra, the shining star, card number 18, glow. I no longer dim my light, I shine bright for all to see. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So maybe you're somebody who has been through a lot recently, and you're finally coming out of your shell. You're transforming yourself. I feel maybe some of you have left a really dark situation, whether it's a job or a relationship, and they see you as somebody who shines through the darkness. There's what do they call that? A glow up, isn't that the word now? So maybe you have transformed yourself. Maybe you've lost a lot of weight. Maybe you've, there's some sort of change here with you in your situation that's all for the positive, and you're allowing yourself to be you. That's how they're seeing you right now. That's awesome. Way to go. So let's look at what they like about you, okay? What is it that they like about you? So they see you as somebody who is glowing up and taking care of business and becoming a beautiful, shining star, and not afraid to let the world see who you are. All right. I'm hearing that song, Shining Star. I think it's by Earth, Wind, and Fire. I have to look that up. All right, so what do they like about you? You are very intelligent. So maybe you're, this was in pile 1, actually, the thinking woman. They love your mind. They love the way you see things. They love your intelligence. I'm hearing respect. They love your ability to see two sides of a situation, research skills. So maybe you're going to school. I'm hearing the word Excel. So maybe you work with numbers and Excel spreadsheets and things like that. Also thoughtful. You're very thoughtful. So they love that about you. And it's green also. Interesting. Victory. So you're victorious in anything you set your mind to. You always come out on top, and you're not afraid to put in the work. So they love that about you, the fact that you've risen up and you've been victorious over a situation. So again, this whole transformative thing You could have won a court case against someone. You could have been victorious over negative family members, a job situation. You may have won a court case against a big business, I'm hearing maybe. Like, you transformed yourself and your life and you weren't afraid to take something on. What else do they love about you? What do they like about you? Oh, door to romance, card number 33. Your openness to love, your ability to open your heart. I feel like you might be a romantic person as well. I'm seeing candles, rose petals, those types of things, like Nicholas Sparks, I'm hearing. So maybe you like those sappy movies and they love that about you, that you're not afraid to open your heart to love and that you accept it. Also, too, this just is as well, they feel a love for you as well. Like, you hold the key to their heart. I'm also hearing attachment, card number 5. This normally would be like somebody who's attached. There's, for me, in this energy, and again, I could read the same card all day long for different people and get a different energy, okay? You are not attached to people, places, or things, or maybe I should say outcomes. There's something about you that you like go with the flow, okay? You've overcome attachment. So maybe there was some codependency that you've risen above, which would tie into that transformative situation and the victory. So they love that about you. The fact that you are not a clingy person. I'm hearing attached to family. So there could be a real strong attachment to family, but not in a bad way. I'm also hearing attached to the truth. So you could be very determined when it comes to the truth. Like, you do not waver, okay, in that. And they do love that about you. Skip on pile 1, 2, hostilities. You're not afraid to fight for a situation. I'm hearing fight for the underdog. So maybe you've had to really struggle and fight your way to the top, and you're not afraid to get in the pit or get dirty, I'm hearing. And not like playing dirty. I just mean not afraid to swing that axe. But there's an honor in that, right? Because, again, the whole truth thing, right? They love that about you. You're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. Also, too, I feel like if you have some people around you that are just really shitty and hostile, you rise up from that. You've come out of the shadows, and you basically have told these people to F off. And they love that about you. They love that about you. Okay, now let's look at what's in their heart for you. What is in their heart for you? You also might like swords. So maybe you guys have watched movies with swords, Vikings, maybe. They like that about you. You can find castles and ancient history very interesting. That's funny, it came up in pile 1 too. So they like that about you as well. 10 of Swords. So there's a fear that they could be hurt by you, or just in the relationship, if there's a relationship or this connection in general. There's a fear of being hurt. So I feel like maybe this person's been hurt a lot in the past. And this came up in pile 2 also. It's interesting. It's almost like, do you see how this person's covering their head? It's almost like they're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, okay, this is just too good to be true. When am I going to get stabbed in the back, right? But it's not going to happen. The 10 of Swords is, it's over, right? The pain is done. But they have this fear that maybe this is too good to be true. So they're waiting for that shoe to drop. Judgment. So there's a rebirth. You're making something come to the surface for them. You're helping them rise up. I believe that you really inspired them in whatever situation you've been in. And there's a spark. They're showing me like a candle, this dim light in the dark. And you are that little candle, and you're spreading that light out in their heart. There's a rebirth, something they thought was dead, like, there's no way I could love. There's no way I could love again. There's no way I could find somebody who loves me for me. But here you are. It's like you're pulling them up out of that darkness, right? It's also a very spiritual card as well. I feel a little spiritual connection to you. The King of Pentacles. This person could be an earth sign, fairly well off, mature, older than you, but they want to be your provider. They want to take care of you. Maybe you've been through some stuff that, you've had to fight and scrap and pull your way up from the top, and they want to be there for you. They want to be your provider. They want to be your rock. They want to, this is the soccer dad, I'm going to go to the grocery store for you, honey, while you sit back and put your feet up kind of man, right? Very balanced, steady, kind-hearted. But that's how he feels about you, right? He wants to be that for you. And you could be that for him, right? You could be that beautiful, kind, loving, responsible person for him. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So, the King and Queen, you could be earth and fire. He sees you as somebody, or they, he, she, whoever, sees you as somebody incredibly beautiful, incredibly sexy, somebody who doesn't put that in someone's face, right? You dress well, even if they're showing me sweatpants and a ponytail. So even if you aren't dressed to the nines, there's still a confidence about you and a simplicity I'm hearing about you that just they can't get enough of. You're incredibly sexy. And again, maybe you've done something new and you've, again, lost weight or become more in tune with your own self. Let go of codependency, become dependent. They find that so sexy about you. You really tick all those boxes for them. Physically, mentally, spiritually, they find you, it. Also the Queen of Cups. So you could be a water sign. But this is a lot of love. They have got a lot of love in their heart for you. They want to nurture you. They want to care for you. They want to be there when the chips are down. If you're in the hospital, they want to be there at your bedside. And this is mature, okay? This is the, I can't think of the word. Anyway, deep love for you, okay? And this is a sweet love. This is a romantic, so this would be like the flower petals going up, the stairs to the bed with the champagne, that kind of thing, okay? That's what they feel. But it's got them freaked out. I feel like this is the kind of thing that, again, they have the Judgment card, the Ten of Swords. Beautiful thing is it's progressing, right? They have all this love. They see you as this beautiful, amazing human. They want to nurture you and be romantic with you and provide for you. But goddamn, it scares the shit out of them. They have a real fear that things could go wrong. Again, waiting for that other shoe to drop. Does she love me for me? There's a lot of anxiety here surrounding that. But they want to take off that mask. They want to be vulnerable with you. They want to share themselves with you. They want to take that leap of faith with you. You make them feel young again, I'm hearing. They want to move forward with you, okay? You could be Cancer, they could be Cancer. They want to, and maybe they live at a distance from you, or they want to travel to see you. But there is a sense of destiny in their heart. There is a sense of I am determined to make this happen. I may not know how to make it happen, but it's going to happen. It's written in the stars. That's what the Chariot's all about, right? It's it's kind of a crazy energy, right? Because the Chariot rips through the town and just, runs over everybody. So there is nothing to compare. I also feel like maybe you make their heart race. Again, there could be something to do with exercising. Maybe the two of you exercise together or something. But they are very determined. There's a determined energy in their heart to be with you. Yeah, and they want to manifest this with you. There's so much love in their heart for you. They truly, truly want to make things work. They want to pull this forward, and they could feel like, you are pulling. That's so interesting. This light here. It's like you're pulling the light into them, through them, almost, if that makes sense. It's like you're healing their heart with your touch, is how I'm seeing this. It's interesting. And at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles. So you may have been really patient and put in a lot of work. They may be real patient and putting in some work, but at the end of the day, what this card is it signifies tending and taking care of and enjoying the bounty and the fruits of those labors. So there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of steadfastness, a lot of, I see the value of this person, and I want to keep putting in the work because I know that they're my person. Okay, it's really beautiful. So let's look at their blockages. What are some of the things that may be blocking them or challenges for them? Don't forget, so just like with pile 2, they may be dealing with some past lessons that are resurfacing. They may be prone to dropping into similar thought patterns, looping, like, again, waiting for the other shoe to drop. When is this going to cave in? When is this going to fall apart like all of the rest of them? So they're working with past lessons and healing those. Cycles, yeah. So they definitely have a tendency to go through some cycles, death, rebirth, and new beginnings. So maybe they've started over a lot. Maybe they're afraid to start over again because they've been through it so many times. Again, it's the repeating lessons. They also, too, could be affected by the moon, so they might be an emotional, kind of up and down person. Yeah, oath. So they've made some promises to themselves and to others. And this is also a karmic oath. Like, I'm going to come here and this is going to be our lesson, our contract. So they may be dealing with some contracts that have them kind of bound and stuck at this time. But this is also, too, an oath to themselves, an oath to be a good person. This is almost like a warrior card. So maybe they're military, but they're also trying to stand true to themselves. But there is something here that is something that is unfinished that they're dealing with, okay? And they've got to get it done. Yeah, see, bottom of the deck is conclusion. So that is exactly what they're dealing with. They're ending something. They're trying to end a cycle, trying to finish out a lesson and finish a contract. Yeah, and it could have something to do with children, previous family, an errant child, a younger person that they're dealing with. There could be some toxicity surrounding a young female or other females in general. But that's going to get ironed out, okay? Let's get some messages from them. This is their messages to you. I want to show you off to my friends and family. So maybe you guys haven't had the ability to really kind of be together, so to speak, you know, and doing all those fun things couples do, but they want to do that with you. I love the shape of you, all of you, every part of you. This is, I swear this has come out in all three of the cards, the readings. So there's something about your physical appearance, everything about you that they love, okay? Your darkness, your light. I replay every intimate moment we have spent together. So if you guys have been together, they are reliving it. If you haven't, they fantasize about it, okay? Could be past life stuff coming out. So they think about that as much as you do. I have so many regrets. This came up in pile 1. So this feels, as with that one, it feels like they regret a lot of things, choices that they've made in their life that have kept you from them and them from you. I feel like they regret not meeting you sooner. It's interesting. Self-care is very important to me right now. Don't take it personal. So they may be really taking some time away to heal themselves, fix themselves, finances, all of that stuff, okay, health-wise. So please don't take it personal. They're trying to fix themselves and take care of themselves. You're still in their mind. Your fears are an illusion. I am here. Just close your eyes and you will see me, okay? So maybe there's a lot of fear with you. Maybe they've backed away and stepped away because, you know, they can't come forward right now because they're dealing with this other stuff. But they are with you, okay? Maybe you dream about them. They're trying to tell you, please, it's okay. I am here. No one gets me like you do. I can be myself with you. It's beautiful. You free. You make them feel free. Make them feel young again. We have lived and loved in lives before. Yeah, definitely some past life connection here. Past life memories. Just because I'm silent doesn't mean I'm leaving you. I just need me time. Yeah. So, you know, if there's been a lack of communication, don't sweat it, okay? Because they truly love you and they certainly want to come forward. And it's going to happen. Just be patient, okay? Bottom of the deck, please be, what did I just say? Please be patient with me. Yeah, just be patient, okay? Things are going to work out all right, okay? I hope that helps, pile 3.